It's that time, people. We're going to get into some Game of Thrones now. Last night, season 7, episode 1 aired. That shit was fire. Arya is my new favorite character of the show. Hands down.
She was always awesome.
She's got to be up there.
No, I was just saying she was always she was always awesome. As soon as she met up with the many-faced god and just her in general, like she was always the one that was like, nope, you mess with my family, I'm taking you all out. Like she used to recite all those people's names before she went to bed because she was gonna kill them. Like she's always like, she had a goal and she stuck to it. Like
she had a.
And she's still on that goal. She still has Cersei on that list. I loved when they were around the campfire and she told him that she was going to kill this
fiend. That was really interesting.
They laughed at her
because I was watching it and like it kind of got the feeling that she heard the soldiers like talk about their families and stuff, and it kind of like pulled her back a little bit. Like she saw that all the soldiers weren't like absolute pricks, that they were actual like people too. Mm-hmm. But then when
you never see in Game of Thrones though, like you never see people like groups of people like that are like, we got families and we miss them and stuff. Like you never see that.
Yeah, I was waiting for some bad shit to happen, and she had to poke a couple of them with needle.
Well,
that's what always happens.
Because now that I think about it more, you got that from that scene, and you got it from the Hound. Like he really felt bad.
I was waiting for that part.
That that family died because of him, or like he murdered that family.
Yeah, so if people didn't pick up on it during the show, at the end when the Hound is in that snowstorm and he's at night burying the skeletons they found in the house, that was the family that when he was with Arya, he beat up, stole their silver and food, and left them for dead. If you missed it, they actually give you a little clip of that at the very beginning when they do a recap of what has happened so far in the show.
Hey, Straw.
But yeah, Rich,
Straw,
you were dead
quick,
on with that, though, Rich.
I don't think many people missed it last night except for me, because last night's episode was the most watched Game of Thrones episode ever.
Yep.
Over 16 million people saw it. I was in the emergency room with my lovely lady. She had hurt her back, and everybody in there, if they could talk, they were talking about Game of Thrones, dude. The emergency room was lit.
It was actually HBO's highest watched premiere ever, too. So not just Game of Thrones, it was HBO. So that's beating like The Sopranos and The Wire and all that.
Yep.
That's wild, man.
So, Kev, because you didn't see it yet, the reason that we're talking about Arya and how fly she is and what she did, listen to the audio of this part of the beginning of the show.
The man who helped me slaughter the Starks at the Red Wedding.
This is Walter Frey. I love that quote. So right now, Kev, everybody just got poisoned by Walter Frey, who we're about to find out is Arya, who just killed him at the end of season 6, and she takes his face off now.
Oh, damn.
I thought
Listen to what she says.
Flashback.
Hold on, Kev. Hold on.
When people ask you what happened to you, tell them they're not from Memphis. Tell them winter came.
Winter came, bitch. You're all dead.
Peace.
Yeah, I thought that was a flashback when it first popped up, because I saw previous on Game of Thrones and it showed her slicing his throat near the end of it. And then that popped up, and at first I was like, what is going on right now? Like, is this still the previously thing? And then once she started talking, I was like, oh. And that line about, if you leave one wolf alive, they'll kill all the sheep is dope.
Yeah, I like that one too. That was a good line. Arya's probably the, like... What? the many-faced god stuff is probably the coolest stuff of anyone in the show.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
yeah.
House of Black and White and all
Like,
that.
just
The
her-
only thing,
Yeah,
the
and
only
her-
thing that I kind of annoyed me about that story arc was when Arya got shanked by that chick like 10 times, and then she was fine.
Yes, that's the one thing that I have an issue.
Well, other than that, yeah, that's so cool with all the faces and the tomb and stuff. It's awesome.
So something else that really caught me yesterday was when they had the vision of the White Walkers again, and you saw them marching, but you didn't just see the White Walkers. They had 3 giants walking with them.
No.
Yeah, so I watched it twice. I watched it last night, and obviously you notice the one because they show them up close. But if you look in the back, you just see these 2 huge silhouettes on either side of them. Like, oh, okay, they got 3 giants. People are screwed. I think McCoy's going to get his wish. The White Walkers are going to win this.
I hope so. I'm Team White Walker here.
Listen, man, I'm not giving up on Cersei until she's dead. Like,
Nope.
She was out there talking reckless when she was talking to Jaime. And, like, Jaime was trying to bring her to her senses. And she might be drunk off power and drunk off of never failing. But everyone who's ever tried to go at her has died. So,
Dead. Sansa said it.
Yeah,
Sansa
Yeah.
knows.
until she's dead, I'm rolling with her to take over everything.
Yeah, she's ruthless.
She
Yo,
killed her
Cersei-
son.
Cersei's got something up her sleeve. Yeah, right? Like, she was very cold about that. She was like, they're ashes. We're flesh.
He betrayed us.
They're gone. Yeah. But she said something that I think she's
Always
got
does.
something up her sleeve when she was
Yeah.
talking to her brother. And she was like, I watched our father for 20 years. You think I haven't learned
She
anything?
always has a plan.
That dude was manipulative,
Yep.
so she's got something
She's always has that plan B for it, and it's pretty much to kill everybody. She's an awesome
Yep.
character, though. Like,
Well,
people probably hate her,
she
but
is,
she's,
and
such,
she's bringing-
she's such a good character. And yeah,
And she's
I'd be cool
bringing,
if she won.
I think she's bringing Euron Greyjoy. That's what it
Yo.
seems like the story is kind of turning towards. Like, he's going to be the husband.
That
He
guy-
had the funniest line
That guy
of
had
the
bars when
entire
he
show.
walked in there. He was spitting so much game to her.
When he
Yeah, he
looked
was.
when he looked at her, and then he looked at Jamie, and he said, "Well, I'm here.
I got
I got
two
1,000
hands."
ships, and I got 2
Yeah.
good hands.
Jamie was pissed.
I lost it."
Mm-hmm.
So with that dude, we don't really know much about him, but from some of the stuff that I've read online, they're expecting him to be worse than Ramsay Bolton with what he does. That may be his precious gift that he was talking about for Cersei.
Well, I think he. I read something online that said there's one of Robert Baratheon's bastards still alive. So they said that might be what the gift is.
Yeah, that's the dude from the very. I think it was season 2 we last saw him. Gendry, is that his name?
Because he went out on the rowboat.
Yeah.
So,
that
yeah,
was the
it might
last
be
time we
him.
saw him because they got him out of there.
Because that would be big for her to get that last kid out of there. Because if he's alive, he's the rightful heir to the throne. So.
Yeah, but I don't really know
Well,
if
that's
that's
why
what
they
it
went
is
around
though.
and killed
Because
all the kids in the first
she's more
season.
worried.
Right.
Yeah, but do they even know that kid is alive?
Well, they probably don't. But somebody, Euron's, he's a sailor, he's been all over the place, so he might have heard somebody talking.
Yeah.
How do you even prove
There's
that?
dudes that always know.
That's
you know
true.
who knows? Varys probably knows he's alive. Varys knows everything.
That's true, yeah.
His little birds.
Your girl didn't come into it till the end, Kyle. How'd you feel about that?
I'm okay with that. When she comes in at the end, it's always that statement, and that's exactly what she did. There were no words.
Didn't need to be.
The castle that they walked into,
Yeah, you
the
would like
Targaryen
that.
castle, that place was really freaking cool. Especially the big stone dragon that was carved into the wall. And then she just gets to the map room and says,
Well-
"Shall we begin?"
Yeah, that was
Well,
a big moment.
Drop the
That,
mic. Drop
that
the
castle
mic.
she's at is going to be a huge point in the show because it's built on a mountain of dragon glass.
Yes.
And Jon Snow told them all to
Yeah,
go
yep. So
get
that-
as much dragon glass as they could. So that's how they're going to meet.
Yeah.
And Sam Tully found that out training to
Which
be a
looks
maester.
like a horrible
Broke into
job.
that place and got the book. Yeah, right.
Super
Oh,
shit.
And shit that looked like
we
soup.
were talking about the skull getting crushed and how uncomfortable you
Oh
were.
my God.
That was disgusting. Why was it so liquid?
That dude was old as hell.
And like, what? What was wrong with the Maesters that these lazy fucks can't get off their ass and go to the bathroom somewhere? They just got to roll over and shit into this little pot.
Like, what is that? What is that teaching me?
Nope.
Right,
you saw White Walkers. You can't go read those books. Go get more poop.
Well, his main goal isn't to be a Maester right now anyway. Like, that's something he wanted to do personally. His main goal is to be a janitor? Well, no. Jon Snow sent him there to find information about the Dragon Glass or what he could find to defeat the White Walkers. So he's not there.
Yeah,
he's
and he talks about that with the one Maester.
Stole that book or whatever.
Well, that's fine. He already figured out what he needed to. That place is built on the Dragon Glass, and that was the big thing, because they need more weapons besides Dragon Glass. All you have are the Valyrian swords, and there's not very many of those that are left.
About 3 or 4, right?
And the only Dragon Glass we've seen up to this point of the show was way back a few seasons ago, and that got lost.
Yeah.
So they definitely need to get some more.
Yeah, they need all the weapons they can get with them giants out here.
Yep. Now, speaking of the Maester's place, did you guys pick up on Jorah?
Oh, the guy in the...
No, I didn't see him.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure it was Jorah that reached his arm out of the cell towards Sam and asked if the Dragon Queen had arrived, and his whole arm was all grayscale.
You're right.
Yep. So that's important to keep an eye on, because he's with the Maesters, and aren't the Maesters the ones that helped to find the cure for...
grayscale?
Well, what was the daughter that got burned by the Red Witch?
I can't remember her name right now, but that was Davos's...
Yes, his daughter? Friend. Yes, I'm pretty sure the Maesters... Yes, Stannis' daughter. I'm pretty sure the Maesters were the ones who found a cure to help her. So maybe he's going to be able to find a cure, and he can come back into the loop of things.
He was looking pretty rough, though, based off that arm.
He was looking real rough.
He was. But maybe that makes him stronger, because when he fought the Grayscale people, they were...
Yeah.
They're hard. You can't be cut. So if he gets half his body grayscale but keeps the humanity...
I'm trying to see what he looks like.
Built-in armor. He could be in the Avengers.
You're going to be like the thing out here. This rock man. I'm trying to see what he looks like, though. He probably looks cool.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I'm curious to see where they're going to go with the next episode, because at some point here, with only 7 episodes in the season, they're going to have to start getting into the fighting pretty quick.
I do have to say that I think your girl Sansa, like, she's gonna try to do too much.
McCoy.
And Littlefinger is the biggest creep in the entire show.
Yes, he is.
He saw that they disagreed, and he's gonna go plant his little seed, and she's gonna be working with the mind of all the things that happened to her with Ramses, and she's gonna try to get revenge, and she's gonna try to be a hard ass, and I don't know.
So my only hope that she doesn't is the way that she talked to Littlefinger, and he was like, "No reason to get the last word, Lord Baelish. I'll just assume it was something witty." Like, no, I think she's had enough of him.
That's what Littlefinger does. He goes into these conversations like that was just the first one. Like, he just gave her a little taste of what he wanted her to know. Let her think she was in control, and now he's going to come back when he has to. Littlefinger's he's a clown. I don't like Littlefinger.
Littlefinger knows what he's doing. Yeah. He always has a plan set out. But the conversation that was interesting to me was when Jon Snow and Sansa were talking, and she was like bringing up Ned Stark, her dad, and Robb, their brother, they did some dumb stuff. So it seems like she's basically telling him like, don't do stupid stuff like them, or else you're gonna get your head cut off. But they're trying to be better than them, basically. So I think they can work together. Yeah. They're gonna have their quarrels and their disagreements, but I don't know if it's going to become like full-blown like Sansa versus Jon Snow type thing.
Because it's this show, I wouldn't be surprised if that's how it turned. Yeah. That one of those two do something to turn on the other. But I hope it doesn't, though. I feel like she's going to kind of stay with the family. The whole feel of this show has been the family and together. In the beginning, they separated, and it's been a story of them coming back together. Yeah. The Starks.
Yep.
So... I got a question for you guys then. With the big hype and all that for last night's premiere, does it feel like the show is coming into like the home stretch? Like you guys can get a sense that the ending is near?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You got that. I think at the way they ended season 6, because you finally had the worlds coming together with Daenerys coming across the narrow sea finally. So it wasn't her story and her trying to build her army. It was, I got my shit, let's go take the throne back. So yeah, you could definitely feel the end coming.
Yeah, everybody's starting to squad up because now Jon Snow's going to meet with her or whatever at that dragon castle. So they're going to squad up. Cersei's trying to squad up with the Greyjoys. So they're all preparing for battle. The Walkers are coming too, so it's going to get a popping soon. And I read some of the episodes are going to be like 90 minutes long this season. So
yeah, good, yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
So there's less episodes than they've been doing, but they're longer episodes. So it's about the same runtime probably.
Mm-hmm. I'm all fine with that. I don't have to wait more weeks. Just give them to me all the more at once.
Absolutely.
So there's an interesting fan theory, and it kind of, the story has alluded to it pretty heavily as well. And now that everybody's coming together, do you guys think Jon Snow is Targaryen, or do you think he is Stark? I think he's Targaryen, and we're going to see him ride a freaking dragon.
Because his mom is Ned Stark's sister.
Do you think he has it in? Yes, that's. But do you think that he's got the Targaryen in him?
They showed that. They already confirmed that. Yeah, and then one episode when Bran was doing his three-eyed raven thing and he went to that tower, they showed Ned go up there and take the baby from his sister, and she was like, "You can't tell anybody who, so you have to." That's why she said you have to say this is your son, because if they found out he was a Targaryen, they would have killed him. Been dead. People don't like them Targaryens, man.
Yeah. So there's 2 Targaryens. There's 2 dragon riders. There's 3 dragons. We need one more.
The thing, I mean. That's the interesting thing to me. It's like the people don't like the Targaryen. So, like, obviously Dany's not crazy like the Mad King or, them dudes, but how are the people in Westeros going to react to her trying to take the throne? Like, I don't think the general population is going to be cool with it.
I think that's where Jon Snow will come in. People, they love Jon Snow. They're following him. He's been crowned the King of the North. So he's got those people that can be like, listen, it's me. It's not the Mad King.
Yeah, but the people in the those people don't really like the Starks either, honestly. Like the North
they think
does,
he was a traitor, right?
King's Landing, they don't like him. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's definitely going to be pushback from just obviously the army, but the general population, I don't think is really riding with them either.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think
you
so.
Got anything else, Rich?
I thought the premiere was really good. I was pumped to watch it. I would like to, if I could, shout out a follower of ours who was just as pumped about Arya as we were when it happened. His name is... Echoes of Silence. And he said, I was literally jumping and crying with joy when she did that. So shout out to my boy, Echo of Silence.
Yeah, that opening scene.
Glad he got that excited.
That opening scene was awesome. The episode definitely slowed down a lot after that, but in a premiere, that's to be expected. So I'm glad they started it like that because it got me hyped. And I was like, all right, now I'm ready to see, what everybody's doing, where they're at, where they're going, and see what direction everybody's headed in at this point. Yeah, actually, wasn't. They didn't have that as the opening of the episode to begin with. Yeah, they said they put it together differently, and they said they watched it, and then they said when they rewatched it, they said that it only made sense to start the episode with that just because of how powerful of a scene it was.
Yeah, well, I'm glad that they saw that and made the right choice.
Yeah.
All right, Kev, you still there? We're gonna bring you back in, buddy.
Scrub, speaking of Walder Frey. That dude was in Harry Potter, right?
Another reason why it sucks.
The guy that played him?
Oh, yeah, that's the janitor.
Janitor.
Children in the corridor.
Him and his cat.